Those of us who identify as codependent felt we couldn't burden our caregivers. We buried our needs so as to not create any distress for them. We could feel their pain and didn't want to add to it. We became hyper self-sufficient and neediness was avoided at all costs. We became habituated to being strong. We became stoic, super efficient, and hid our vulnerable self. This false self emerged as an armor, an impenetrable shield, formidable over our softer self. We soothed our caregivers, hid our true deeper selves as a coping strategy, and yet we paid the price from our inability to be authentic, from being unable to be vulnerable. In fact, likely, we recreated a similar dynamic later in life in relationships, replaying this pattern over and over again. We found ourselves in relationships with people who we had to be strong for, carry the bulk of the weight, and hide our true selves from, just as we did in childhood. The good news is that we can liberate ourselves from this pattern. How? By processing the vulnerable emotions in our body that we had to hide from ourselves, just as we hid from everyone else around us. Through somatic processing and with the tools that I teach, now as adults, we can find the joy, freedom, and authenticity that we may have missed in our childhood.